together. And my thing has always been that I've always believed that Ghana and the African continent is suffering from an image and branding challenge, right? Because in the West, here in Europe and in the Americas, the only thing you ever see about Africa is famine, is wars, disease, is exodus to Europe, and just a bunch of negative things essentially, right? And this one-sided media coverage really is is where we are today. And if you've ever been to Africa, it's first of all it's very large, it's very diverse in terms of what it has to offer, and it's beautiful. It has so much beauty, and it has so much excellence, so many amazing people, and that gets lost in the shuffle just because essentially it gets more clicks and more attention for media outlets to show a little kid in front of a mud hut with flies buzzing around. A little malnourished kids gets more clicks than African city life and African middle class and nightlife and all that stuff that you don't see. So most people, when you talk to them here in the West, when you mention Africa, people think mud huts and disease and famine and just horrible stuff altogether, which I'm not saying doesn't exist, but it's certainly not the full picture, right? So the idea was that, okay, as part of this event to bring in the year of return, why don't we make it as big as it can be? Why don't we really try to blow it up? And the concept was actually pretty simple. Was that we just invite a bunch of our friends in the public eye that have reach and have following on social media, and we invite a bunch of people that get it and are on the same wavelength. Again, friends of ours, and we go there, we hang out, party for a week, and we do a social media push, basically showing the parts of African life that people don't get to see, right? So you're talking about middle class and luxury and nightlife and culture and all that good stuff, all that excellence that people don't get to see. And it worked phenomenally, actually. We were there on the ground for 7 days. During the day, we did a bunch of cultural things, and we visited slave castle dungeons and monuments and cultural festivities and things like that. At night we partied, and so it was kind of a well-rounded experience. And we did shoot out imagery related to our experience there, and took off. We ended up with more than 300 million views on social media and a bunch of impact. We brought in around 2 billion into their economy the following year. And when in 2018, the Ghanaian government issued 40,000 tourist visas, and after we left, so in 2019, they issued over 1 million, right? And so they credit us with a large, in large part to our efforts there with the event. And it was all around super gratifying. It was a great experience while we were there. But it kind of just took on a life of its own, and we started showing up on Ghana started showing up on all types of top 10 travel lists and that sort of thing. We essentially as we were planning, the idea was we worked with the Office of the President and with the Tourism Authority there. We got sponsorship for 25 people, right? So we started inviting our friends, but once we started talking about it, people in our extended circle started booking around us, basically. So instead of 25, 30 people, we ended up taking about 120 people over there and partied for that week, which was phenomenal. And so we talk about the success of it and the visibility and the eyes on what we're doing, that's in large part based on not only Boris and his wife Nicole Parker, um, and our co-founder of Full Circle Festival, Boris St. John, who's the chief marketing officer for Netflix, but also the guests that we brought. So we're talking about Anthony Anderson and Rosario Dawson, Idris Elba, Jesse Williams, with Mike Jai White and his wife. His whole family actually brought his kids too. We had Naomi Campbell came. We had Oswald Boateng. So a bunch of phenomenal friends of ours who really, got the concept, who understood what we were trying to do, and jumped in really full force and started shooting out these images with us. And it was phenomenal. It was really great and purposeful, and it kind of really just took off after that. As I said, Boris and I went and spoke at the African Union and got their support, and then we jumped into that joint venture with Essence and blew the event up for the following year. So then December 2019, with Essence, we brought 350 people over there, and did a similar thing within a week of partying and exploring and hanging out. Was phenomenal too. And then that's when COVID hit, so we were forced into a COVID break basically, but we're on the cusp of picking it back up and taking this event back to Ghana, but also back to other parts of the continent.